This is the introductory description of Manitoba Outreach Theatre Hub's artist profile video featuring Hazel Venzon. Hazel sits on a stool in front of a gray canvas backdrop. Behind the backdrop is a floor-to-ceiling window letting in gray light from the overcast day outside. Hazel is a Filipino woman with long brown hair and bangs. She wears a sheer white collared blouse with buttons over a black dress. Her pale blue eyeshadow adds a glimmer of color. At various points while Hazel is speaking, images from her theater projects are shown beside her. These images include a shadow puppet of a young girl raising her fist triumphantly, Filipino actors posing on stage and smiling for the camera, performers in a cooking show standing over a table full of giant pots, and Hazel looking over the shoulder of an actor holding an iPad.
Hi, my name's Hazel Venzon, and I am a theater artist.
A stylized green letter M slides onto the screen. Text appears, reading, Manitoba Outreach Theatre Hub. Then a photo of Hazel appears. She stands on stage in front of a projection screen, the light from the projection casting a ghostly glow over her as she cocks her head to the side, glaring at something. She wears a futuristic platinum wig. Text reads, Hazel Venzon, theater artist.
I was born here, Treaty 1. My mother and father immigrated to Winnipeg in 1972. I think I get my creativity from my parents for sure, but without a very defined type of way. I prefer theater artists because I have always been interested in all the ways theater has been made. As a child, I basically closed the door to the whole house, and I played and I created stories and I acted, and I'd set up my room so that there was an entire wall of dolls looking at me, you know, as my audience, and I was really free to explore and imagine and be anything. And so as a young person, I feel like I continue to be that same kind of am still that person today. The ways that I love to engage, my preferred areas of play would be acting and producing and directing. Dramaturgy is a new word, so I never really considered that as an area to really pursue. But I have found myself in dramaturgy roles, and that kind of accents the way that I love to support artists as well. But I'm in love with every aspect of theater because of my sculptural background in the University of Manitoba. I studied sculpture prior to theater. I'd say that that was a really huge part to my learning about who I am. And now today, everything I do is affected by my identity, including my interest in learning about Philippine culture. I really hope that the next generations embrace their uniqueness as individuals. You can find skills or sharpen skills everywhere. Everywhere you go, there are workshops, there are short-term classes you can take. You can get many, many tips on technique, but you can't get a tip on uniqueness. You can't. You gotta find that. And I really hope that the next generation finds space for that in themselves and in their time.
Hazel smiles softly at us. A green letter M slides onto the screen. Text appears, reading, mothmb.com. More text. Moth is grateful for the generous support of the Canada Council for the Arts and the Manitoba Arts Council. Filmed on Treaty 1 territory and the homeland of the Métis Nation, Winnipeg, Manitoba.